Hey ladies and gentlemen, Nevin from Nev's Tech Bits here, and today I want to show you a little bit of the hits and misses that I got from getting all of this tech stuff from eBay China. From China through eBay with free shipping. Buy it now. Most of the stuff I'm going to show you here is under 30 bucks. Most of it is actually under 10 bucks. It's amazing what you can get for free shipped from eBay China. Now the thing is, you get time and you got money. Getting things directly from eBay China is a great way to spend time instead of money to get discounts on stuff that come to you. Unfortunately, by the time it gets to you, you might not be really interested in it anymore. But yeah, take a look at this big list. Lots of good stuff. Take a look.
The first thing that I want to show you that I got for super cheap off eBay, the new portable 3-in-1 fisheye wide angle micro lens camera kit for the iPhone 5S and 4S. This thing isn't just for those, of course. They work on any camera with a small enough filament, a small enough eye. It just clips right on there and it will change what your pictures look like. It's definitely worth the money for a little bit of zoom in, a little bit of fisheye. And basically what fisheye does is let you see a little more about the world around you, or it lets you see more of the world that you're recording, and is really cool. It also gives it a bit of a rounding effect. Car clips. You should definitely get car clips online. They are just so cheap. M26 smartwatch. These are also pretty good gifts. I have found cheaper gifts before though. And yeah, it counts your steps not very accurately. It will tell you the texts that are sent to your phone. I'd say it was just barely worth the money. The main thing that you want a smartphone for is to get text notifications to your arm. When you look at this, it looks like, oh yeah, that text is small and it's good. But when you get a text, the font is so big you don't actually read enough of it to let you know exactly what the person says. You might get 3 or 4 words. Anyways, DZ09, get one of those instead. Probably about the same price. Man, you can get a lot of cheap mice from eBay, from China. Apple ones. I use one upstairs all the time now, a black one. Here we have a Darth Vader. Did I need him? No. Did I have to have him? Yes, it was $1.99. I thought it'd be a knockoff. And when it came in, it turned out it was actually official. I think this is the power of the Force, and he's in a baggie. Now, this is something I would definitely recommend for any tech person. Micro USB golf cables. These cables light up red when they're charging a unit, and when the unit's done charging, it goes blue. It is a great way to troubleshoot hardware, just to be able to tell if this darn thing is actually getting a charge or not. And it's well made. It is very well made. I recommend it to anybody. This is something that I picked up that I thought, oh, it's SATA to USB. I could always use another one of those. $3, throw it on the pile. Yeah, no, it is limb SATA. That is about half the size of a regular SATA. That little piece right there. That's going to go in a box. There's probably never going to be used or needed once when I supremely super need it, and never use it again. This is also a really cool thing I did a video on it. This unit USB. For $2 shipped Canadian, it will tell you exactly how much power a USB drive is sucking down, or a USB unit is sucking down. It would be great to troubleshoot things with. Here I had a 2-meter, 5.5 millimeter Android endoscope. You could hook this up to an Android, you could hook this up to a computer, and all my friends were pretty sure they knew what I was going to do with this. I put it down my sink. It's not really good at seeing things up close. I didn't see anything down my sink. If my sink was twice as big, I'm sure I'd see something. If there's something to see in my sink, maybe I would, but probably all there was down there was a black pipe and water. Definitely is something you can use. Definitely something that's handy to use. It might sound gross, but I actually use this to diagnose what was in my ear. I had a piece of tissue in my ear. I was using it as stubs so that I couldn't hear my baby screaming one night when she just would not go to bed. And there was a clump of it in there still for quite a while. So yeah, never put anything bigger than your elbow in your ear unless it's one of these cameras. Disclaimer, I'm not responsible if you break your eardrum being an idiot with this. Anyways, moving on to the next thing. Oh, Transformers USB drive. This is an authentic knockoff of a Ravage USB drive that was brought out. It cost about $200, only released in the States, and it was 2 gigabytes. This one was 8 gigabytes, $4.99, and didn't work at all. Fail. Here we have USB MP3 player. I got 2 MP3 players just because they were only $2 each. This one was a failure. This one actually sounded like it degraded the quality of the MP3. It made me realize that, you know what, it might be the player that's ruining the MP3 and just not a really horrible MP3. But if you want quality, you're not going to be going for something this cheap. This is the MP3 player I was very happy with. It has an LCD screen, of course, but it plays. It's just fun to look at. These two MP3 players. They're the kind of things that I expect to see in a quarter machine in the front of a Walmart or a Zellers or something. And that one thing would be the great, awesome thing that you could get if you were the 1 in 100 lucky winners. It worked nicely, and it's the kind of thing that if I ever go for a run and I don't want to take my cell phone, I think I will actually use this. Gotta love MP3 players, especially for only $2. And so shiny and awesome, makes me feel all glimmery and shit. And yeah, that's the best. I am trendy. I'm gonna pick up the ladies with this. And of course, whose life wouldn't be fulfilled without some knockoff USB gadgets? Krillin and Goku here. I got them, and actually I put Goku through quite a bit of punishment, and it still worked. So for the money, these guys were a win. This USB dog, funny, cute, humping sports Christmas toy gift present for PC. This thing is so awesome. It like expanded my mind and my universe, and I met Jesus. I found Jesus. No, better than that. I found Jesus in Nirvana when I bought this. It was just the greatest thing. I plugged it in, and all my problems were solved, and life was good again.
My life is now complete.
And then I use one of these head scalp massagers. I tell you, these things are just frickin' wicked awesome. After a dry day at work, you come home, you scratch your head with these things. It just feels really nice for the price. I'm getting a few as gifts. Definitely recommend it. Definitely a win. Now this is something, the TW64 smartwatch. I've done a review on it. Very nice. For $11.18 Canadian, shipped, all kinds of different colors. This is beautiful. The only down part is, in order to use this, you have to download a specific program to your phone, and if you get the Android one, it's good malware. It's malware that's maybe on the better side. But if it wasn't for that, it would be perfect, and I'd be buying this for all kinds of people. But it's worth the money, at least. It's definitely worth the money. This is one of those places that really scream buyer beware. Now look at this. Look at what we got here. We got the goggles, we got the remote, and the title says Bluetooth VR, box, glasses, remote control, mobile game for your iPhone, PC, and when I was thinking, like, yeah, wow, look at that. It's a great price, $350 for the Google goggles and the remote. Yeah, let's scroll down. And oh man, I love this. Gonna get a headset. And oh nope, just the remote. Oh, we got another picture of the headset here. There's the headset again. Nope, just the remote. It's worth the money, but still, I thought I'd be getting that headset that I wouldn't use because I already have one. But still, buyer beware. These blind spot mirrors are definitely recommended. If you get it for your car, it's probably not going to stay on there forever. And if you get it with your car, make sure you clean off the mirror before you stick one of these on. I have one of these on my computer monitor because there's a door right behind me, and I can see if someone's coming in and needs to talk to me without seeing like, oh, it's the supreme manager, I better look busy, then yeah, I can look busier. If it's someone that isn't very nice, I don't have to turn around and look at them, which makes life so easy for me. Oh, the 4-in-1 OTG TFSD Smart Mini Card Reader Adapter with micro USB charge port for phone. With one of these, I managed to hook a mouse up to my Android, and it felt so nice. So nice. I couldn't get any USB to Cat 5 or network cables working with this. I couldn't charge my phone while I had this plugged in, but still with this I'll be able to get information off the phone without having to use a cable or without popping the back off. Very nice. 550 Canadian. Definitely recommend it. I'd also recommend USB to VGA graphics display external card adapter, only $6. I can't find this thing elsewhere for anything less than maybe 25. Do I need it? No, definitely don't need it. Do I like having one around? Yes, and that is why I'm a hoarder, but definitely worth the money. Finger mouse, I did a review on this thing. This thing is so cool. It's definitely a novelty though, but definitely really cool, really small, great for being portable, accurate, and great for blinding your friends at 20 paces. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, this one was a big failure, but I should have known because of the price. $10 for 32 gigs. Shipped with the special little wooden box. Didn't work. And here is a great example of why you should make sure you read the sticker. I was looking for a wall plate thinking, geez, wall plates would be really cheap if I get them from China for free for ship because they're so simple. Those things go for so much in Home Depot. No, Nut Brown, you are wrong. You are so wrong. It turns out that these were decals, dackles, harvest season. Frick. Read the description. I had to get some little SD cards, some cheap SD cards. Got an 8 gig SD card for $5. Worked out pretty well. Let's see how long it works out for. I'm pretty much expecting this to just burn out one day, like other cheap micro USBs that I've had dealt with in the past. I should say it probably is best if you just go and get a good SD card, because I've had situations where people have brought me hardware, portable hardware like GPS systems that would not behave properly, and these individuals, I was their last hope. If I couldn't figure it out, then they were just going to get new things, and these were technically proficient individuals. In many of these cases, it just turned out the SD card was bad, and if you got a bad SD card in the system, sometimes it is hell to figure out that it is the SD card, because it'll do weird things that you'll never think it would do. The hardware will, just because of the bad memory SD cards. So you know what? Just go to Walmart and get brand name. So a while ago, I was talking about being at the mall and needing a new wallet, and I came across this Goku wallet, and whoa, $30! And I thought, no way, I can definitely get that cheaper for eBay. Got it for 12 on eBay, 12 and a month's wait time, because that's how long free shipping costs. And I was very happy with that wallet. Anyways, tripod flexible octopus, you know, for taking YouTube videos when you're outside. Maybe you wrap this around a tree, someplace you wouldn't normally think to mount with, and definitely very useful for $3. Has the cell phone item on it that'll anchor your cell phone. So this Babygate thing was the biggest failure of anything that I've gotten ever, or at least in quite a while. So you see this little part of the knob right here? This latch clips over onto the knob, and that knob just blows right off. It's just stuck in there. That's not one mold, that's two pieces molded together, and I cannot get any glue to keep those things together. I should have tried them before I left the review, but I was like, oh, they're in, so they must work. Always test before you leave a review. Jesus crud. I'm just so disappointed with that. My life is so hard. These are pretty awesome. Helicopters, kids sail, remote control, aircraft mini. This is very good, straightforward, no nonsense kind of thing. Very soft blade, not Nerf soft, but softer than the hard plastic. It's definitely a soft, flexible plastic, and for $10, this is the kind of thing you can get stuck in a tree without much problem. The rear propeller does not move. It is just a clip-on kind of thing, so as you can imagine, it goes round and round in circles. It doesn't come with any extra blades, so if you lose something, you better hope you got something the same scale as this. And I gotta say, I don't have anything else this scale. I have scales way above it and a few scales below it, but nothing quite like this. This thing was a lot of fun. I had some good father-daughter time outside. Yippee!
Go, helicopter, go. No rear stabilization. Go, helicopter, go. Yay. I'm gonna lose it in a tree. No, lucky helicopter.
Don't worry, we were all fine. So here we have some nice headsets. I wanted to get a good headset for recording sound. Unfortunately, I tried to use these things on my Snagit app and it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't pick it up for whatever reason. I don't care, I'll figure it out later. I can get these things on Skype but not Snagit. And it took about an hour to see the settings. I hate wasting time troubleshooting things like that. But yeah, one thing that it doesn't tell you is that the cable coming out of it has sparkly woven silver cross thread. That kind of makes it look a bit cheap. If they didn't put that on there, it would look better. But I can't, just because of that, I can't take these to work. It just looks a little bit you know what, 16-year-old girl. It just screams 16-year-old girl. This watch was maybe worth about 12. I'm not sure if it was worth 17. Smart band, a knockoff of a different type of Fitbit whose name escapes me right now. These things are a lot smaller than they look here, but definitely pretty cool. Counts steps relatively accurately. I'd say about 80% accurately compared to my Fitbit. But hey, this would be a great idea for a gift if you are a cheapskate, but good stuff, good stuff. Here's another one, and I hated this one even though it was supremely accurate no matter what part of my body I put it on, because, you know, if you put it around your leg, you're going to get more steps on most of these Fitbit things. This thing in particular was a bit of a pain. It said it was waterproof, but it definitely was not. Definitely counted my steps, but man, I had to tap, tap, tap. I had to keep tapping, and it still didn't work, and I was wondering why it's not working, because I'm tapping it like I'm supposed to. Oh man, I hated this thing. But you know, some people might love it, might absolutely love it. How much did it cost me again? It cost me 15. I'd say it's worth 7. But other people might supremely disagree with me. I got this for my wife to go over her Fitbit, and unfortunately, I should have read the description of it better, because here you can see it's not the whole band, it just sits on the band. It just kind of looks fat on the band, and it doesn't quite look right, but these things are really popular, so I must just have an unpopular opinion because they sell like crazy. Man, you can get DVR, digital video recorders, in darn near everything. This is one that goes into a pen. If you can figure out the right way to press it, for how long to press it in order for it to take videos. It takes really impressive videos. I gotta say, for $6, I am definitely impressed. And it kind of gives me foresight into the way things are going to be in the future. There's going to be cameras everywhere in the future, and they're all going to be privately owned. You can get cameras in so many different things. These ones are lighters. They're actually lighters that record video. And next up, another kit that I'm really surprised with. And you know what? I think I'm going to be buying another one of these right now. This is a kit for screen repair. You can repair more than just screens with this, but this thing has everything you need. I've had to recover, restore many a cell phone. And every kit I get usually comes with this, that, or the other little doodad, but this has everything that you could want, both metal and plastic prying tools, fake guitar picks, just really good stuff for $5.50 shipped. I'm very impressed with this set. You know what, once this video's done, I'm going to buy another one. Here's something I bought 2 of. I think every tech guy should have, especially for $3 shipped. It's SATA to USB. Take a backup. You just plug her in. You take a backup. USB 2.0 speeds. Very nice, very practical. Only works with the little hard drives, 2.5 hard drives. Just freaking awesome. What can I say? For $3, I had to have 2, one for home, one for work. And next, let's get into the mini vacuum USB cooler air extracting cooler fan for notebook laptops. Now, as you might be able to tell just by looking at it already, what this thing does is it sucks the air out of a laptop, and sometimes that can be really helpful because the CPU fan that they got on laptops isn't always all it's cracked up to be. But this is a very strong, very powerful unit that keeps my system just as cool as the fan pad that I have for it. It's a little more noisy and it doesn't sit quite as nicely, but this way I get to put my laptop down a little bit farther. Take that pad out from under it, and this thing sucks all the hot air out of it. The only unfortunate part is the clips at the bottom. Those clips are supposed to clip into the grill of the laptop's CPU fan area, and this thing doesn't clip in. It kind of pushes the side of the grill instead of getting in through the grill and hooking in and around. At least on mine, I have an Acer Aspire, and unfortunately, so what I had to do is flip it over to the other side so that it would sit face down on the table, and then it's blowing the hot air on me, but hey, I don't mind at the moment. It is getting cold, so it's kind of nice. There you can see the exhaust port on the bottom. And yeah, it plugs in with one USB stick, and yeah, very nice, very good. I'd recommend this for any tech professional, especially like, let's say you're working on someone's laptop and it's one of those laptops that get really hot and slow down quite a bit. This will suck that hot air right out and help you out quite a bit. Next, we got the MHL micro USB to HDMI. Tested this, loved it, worked great, but remember, these things will only work on certain phones. Certain ones will only work on certain phones. I have an S5 and this works great on it. Tested it, just awesome. You got to make sure you give it the right amount of power. If you don't know, this is used to put the what you see on your Android onto a flat screen television, onto a television, and very cool, very useful. Here we have a USB to CAD5 or RJ45, and I hooked this thing right up into my Windows 10 laptop, and it automatically picked up the drivers, and holy crud, that's just so nice. It's just so nice. It's so nice to have one of these in case you're rebuilding systems, and once you've got Windows on there, it doesn't have its drivers. Of course, you could use a Wi-Fi stick, but hardwire is faster than Wi-Fi right now, so stick with Wi-Fi, or sorry, stick with hardwire. Next, we have all of these little stickers. You get 10 stickers for $1, free shipping, 10 cents each, of course. These are the same stickers you see outside of stores in those quarter machines that come out, you put in your buck and you press in, and you get this little piece of cardboard with a sticker in it. It's just a random assortment of those. Very cool. Definitely very cool. And I've been getting a lot of these hard drive enclosures. Getting a lot of hard drive enclosures, and these cheap ones, they work fine. I got one of these cheap ones backing up my YouTube videos. Of course, I use good Toshiba hard drives on the inside. Toshiba and whatever else I got kicking around that passes the tests. And yeah, these things are fine. Got one on my Xbox, got one with my YouTube videos, got one with my offline sneaker backup. Good stuff, really cheap, but good stuff. Make sure you go for the USB 3.0. Just a little bit more money will get you a lot better power. And of course, phone cases galore, especially these clear ones. And here we have more Lego. This guy was $3.31 Canadian, but still, I'm pretty sure this is a knockoff Lego, completely created by one of these Chinese knockoff folks, but good stuff. Laser pen. Oh man, who doesn't want a green laser pen? This thing's awesome. You put good batteries in this. Man, I took this thing outside on a night that wasn't even particularly humid, and I turned it on, and it was so powerful I could see the laser coming right out of it and going across the field in the back. Awesome. These things take 2 AAA batteries for $3 after shipping. Great stuff. I'm getting these for gifts so my friends can blind their children. And here, I just wanted to throw this one in because I keep seeing this at gun show for $10 each, and I can just get them here for $1.31 with a little more shipping, of course. But still, Very cool, very awesome. I'm gonna wear this and freak people out when I'm on my way to work, and I don't want to wear a scarf. Screw scarves. Those are for jerks. Scarves are for jerks. This set is perfect for people who want a bunch of little gifts for a bunch of little kids. Anyways, these are knockoff. You would have a very hard time telling it honestly. They look perfectly like the real thing until you separate the legs from the top, and then you see the differences. But when it comes to the paint, it's ultimately about the same goodness, the same quality. And I bought 60 of these for 70 bucks Canadian. And man, that it just blows Lego prices out of the sky. It is amazing how cheap these are. I have had one bad. It wasn't even really bad. You'd have to have a good eye to notice. The face looked like it had been double stamped. But a lot of these knockoff manufacturers actually make units of their very own. I think they might have made these three too. I don't think I've ever seen a white Spider-Man Sue or Mr. Fantastic. It could have happened. I have no idea what that's to, but yeah, it's really good for gifts.
So that's the first round of stuff that I got. Stay tuned. I'll show you some of the other awesome things that I stumble across. And yeah, like and subscribe if you like what you see, and tell me if you found something that can be easily shipped, tech or geek kind of stuff, or even anything really practical that can be shipped to you for free through China on eBay. Lots of stuff to be had. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Peace.